tributaries and our canals could be helpful to stemming some of these
Absolutely.
conditions?
Absolutely. In fact, one of my colleagues at UNC Wilmington, he builds wetlands, constructed wetlands with special vegetation, denitrifying vegetation to remove nitrogen through a microbial process. Just like a sewage treatment plant uses biological denitrification, they design these wetlands to do that. So I think all these features add green space and can be used very effectively when designed properly to remove nutrients and improve water quality. And I do want to point out, I lecture on this issue all over the place, all over the world, and I mention Port St. Lucie frequently as being a proactive urban area in Florida that saw this problem early on. And I know, I think how many, you have 40,000 or more septic to sewer
The conversions?
systems, I think, in your system now?
I think we're about, are we 77%? What are we, what's our conversion? Does anyone have that figure handy? I ask them for updates all the time, yeah. But,
Anyway, I know it's a big number, and
7,500 that we've converted.
Left.
but what's our percentage of conversion? Where are we at system-wide? 7,500 is what, the annual number?
That's since 1999.
That's the total conversions. But how many sewer customers do we have?
44, yeah, that's what I was
You got it right.
referring to, yeah. Yeah, and I think, you know, we just did this in the Florida Keys, as I think you know, and the great part of that story is that was actually mandated by the governor and cabinet in 1996. And in the lower Keys, we have a big septic to sewer program that involved low pressure sewers like you have. And I can tell you the good story from Hurricane Irma is that there were no reported sewage spills in that new system. And so in these days of climate change, and you know the story on the Indian River Lagoon and the spills that occurred with Irma, this is a great time moving forward in these days of climate change and these rain events like we're having today to tighten up the system.
All right, thank you. Additional questions or more comments?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was an excellent report. And then, I don't think there was anything listed from staff, but I am going to ask the council to take some action and move us forward. So we did this in the hope of identifying